Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Farm Sim 2015. Um, just found a map that I had downloaded before my reformat that I never got to play on, and to be very honest with you, it looks very promising. I have been let down by maps that looked like this before, so I'm not gonna get too excited about it. I did just kind of put in some mods. I got all my trucks so far. I've got my Scorpion, got truck over there, skidder we're putting chains on, and then two skidders over here. Now what I'd like to do first is get up into basically where we're going to start out, and make sure there's nothing in the way. So I'm going to bring the old skidder with us, and we'll see how things go. Still not got my computer and game and all that ready for basically everything that I'm going to get into, but I'm going to try to dive in, get you guys some videos. I know you guys are here. A lot of you are here for the login, so I figured we'd waited long enough. Really no mods have still come out, and I've kind of had a little bit of an itch to get back into it a little bit, so we're going to go up here and check out and see if we can make a landing. Actually, you know what? I want to make sure. Okay, I do have a chainsaw, just in case. You never know. Now, this is the first little bit of gameplay that I have done. I have drove a truck up in here, just to kind of take a look at the map, and from what I've seen, I really kind of was enjoying it. So that's very hard to find. I have not cut any trees. I have not done anything. So everything that is kind of down comes with a map. So if you guys are interested in this map, it is on Mod Hosters. It is called RockWood, a challenge for lumberjacks. So that basically sums it all up right there. And looks like we got our first little obstacle here. So I figured the skidder would be the best tool for the job. I was going to bring up the Scorpion, but I figured I haven't got too much skidder gameplay out. So oh well, guess if we actually lowered the blade a little bit too, that would help us, as long as this isn't static, and I think it might be. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut this guy because he is part of the map. I didn't realize that. Like I said, this is the first official gameplay of me actually in this game, so and it is a little bit wonky because my blade is actually backwards. It's not the proper way. Go. I'm just cutting this top section off because I'll not use it. I'll just chip it. The log's got a mind of its own. I'll let it roll there. As long as it's out of the road, we should be alright. So yeah, I've been swamped with work, my house, the baby coming. It's been hectic here, so I do apologize if I have not been uploading the same. It is gonna be kind of like that for a while. And the comments too. I mean, some nights I don't even get to even sit down and see, you know, what comments I have, whatever. I do read them all on my phone, either on lunch break, at work, whatever, but I can't comment normally. Just takes too much bandwidth, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Oh, there's one that'll move. And I've been seeing that in my cell phone bill just because I haven't had the time to do it at home, so I do it at work when I have, you know, the half-hour break some days, if I even get a break. So come on. Just gonna have to cut that guy in half. So I do apologize for that. I probably should not be recording right now. The little bit of time I have, I probably should be going through my comments, making sure that everybody's questions have been answered. But I figured you guys would kind of understand. I do the best I can with the comments, the videos, and all that. This guy's gonna roll right back into the road, isn't he? He is. That'll work. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited as I am to get some logging going. Feels like it's been forever. I figure I'd get the skidder up here, get some trees cut, bring the Scorpion up and start doing some cutting. We'll probably have a couple days of cutting up here before I actually start to skid the full lengths out. Some of the full lengths, the rest of them might be 5-6 meter logs, but yeah, hopefully we can get some multiplayer action going on it too. I just messaged Mr. T-Max there. I know he was looking to get into it, but the dedicated just was not happy with logging on it, so Hopefully I can run it off my computer, or he can run it off his. Either way. And Landy actually surprisingly was kind of missing some logging too, so. He's been doing a lot of live streaming too, which I'm gonna do my best to get back into after the reformat. I lost all my basically settings and all that for the live streaming action, so I've got to get all that back, and then I've got to get the shadow play or whatever the heck feature it is back installed. So disappear in here, log. Maybe that'll be a little bit easier to control. And also, let me know. I am gonna try to get the farming sim going every once in a while here on the channel. But what else have I played that you guys have some interest in it? I mean, just about every other game is easier to make a video on than farm sim at the moment, just because it's not changed all that much for me. So it's hard to really keep everybody's keep it easy to watch for everybody, you know. I mean, it would be so much easier just to frickin' play and not even worry about talking, because the topics, you know, I mean, they're the same just about every time. So that's kind of my issue, is not having things to talk about. And even after not playing this game for I don't know what, since I moved really logging, which was back in January. Holy crap. I really still haven't got anything to talk about it. I mean, nothing new has come out, nothing really that has sparked my interest. So what do you guys, you know, what am I to do? I'm at a loss. It's actually the first time I get to play with the joysticks and the steering wheel, and it's really, really nice that I don't have to reach over and hit the WASD and all that other bull crap I used to have to do. Although now there's a big steering wheel in my gut half the time, but still, it's 10 times better than having to try to play with both joysticks and then, you know, find the keys on the keyboard. I don't know, I just want it to be interesting for everybody, you know. And I know there's not, I mean, there's quite a few people out there that do logging, but to the actual scale that I do and try to add as much realism to it as possible, you know, there's not all that many videos out there that I can find that I'll actually sit back and watch. I mean, I don't sit back and watch mine because the sound of my voice drives me crazy, but you know, I think one of the only other guys that I watch that does the kind of logging that I'm interested in is Nexium or whatever. I don't think Next Toxic. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. It's a foreign name. He doesn't say a word in his videos. He just plays, and he uploads maybe a video or two a week. Basically, if a mod comes out for somewhat forestry, he does a video on it, which is pretty cool. You know, I wish I would have watched more of his stuff before I started all this, but you know, he's actually the one that inspired me to get the joysticks. That was the first channel I ever seen to have that smooth of operation, and I wanted to know immediately why he was so smooth and why he could do certain functions, like to turn and to go out and cut or something like that, you know, where with a mouse or a gamepad you can't do. You know, you got one function doing this, one function doing that. Did I make my cut to length? I didn't. Crap. Now I gotta find the cut to length here. Change cut length with O. So, as you can see, my bindings still aren't right. Still kind of struggling with that. And this is... uh-oh. Did I cut with B? No. Cut with X. I didn't. Son of a gun. So I'm gonna have to pause the video. I never put a cut to length key binding down. I'm sorry, guys. Ah, crap. So we will return back when hopefully I got everything squared away here. So I need a cut to length and a cut key. Alright, guys, I think we've got her. I think we've got her now. I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's better. Alright, there we go. That feels a lot better. It's weird because I've got my loader controls. The loader controls are exactly the opposite. So now if I go to use a loader for any reason, I'm going to have to basically change the bindings, which kind of sucks in a way. Because that means I'm going to have to keep two input bindings again, which is kind of a pain. Because if I want to use a loader in this gameplay, I've actually got to close out the game and then basically restart it with different inputs. And then if I wanted to, say, take and use the Buffalo again, I would have to do the same thing, close the game and exit, and then basically do the same thing repeatedly. Um, so I'll try to get that in a way with my videos. That way I don't have to worry about really overlapping with, you know, going in, changing the input bindings, doing all that, because that would get very, very sickening very fast. But I did remember that was an issue before. Where do I want to put you? Right here. I'll take you, put you over here. It's so weird because I keep going to actually grab for the keyboard. Every time I get done, I've gotten into such a routine that after I get done cutting a log, I'm going to grab for the keyboard, and I don't need to. I've got it all right here. Alright, so stick around this point here. I don't really want to get too far in there. Then again, you know what, we can. We got all these trees to cut. Camera back. Next thing would be an Oculus Rift. That would be awesome. That way I don't need to worry about this mouse anymore either. Is that as far as we can go there? Yep. Nope. Pull this guy in closer, that way it's not as hard on this machine here. So we're not looking at the ground anymore. Push it down. Alright, there we go. A little bit bigger tree than I thought. Perfect. Oh, whoa. Push it in. That way. And you're gonna roll down the hill, aren't you? Yep. Alright, so we'll back her up here just a little bit. Alright, trying to get it over here into the log horde. Throw that guy. Let's see, we'll grab this guy here. Try to cut him a little bit higher. We can lay the logs right in front of him. Wrong camera. There we go. Just want to make sure I'm not driving over any logs here. This guy does not have a... Huh. That's one thing timber's missing. The four-wheel drive or the all-wheel. Did not notice that. Kind of a critical feature when you're doing this type of logging, period. Push him over here. Oh shoot, no, that was a spaz. I should have known I shouldn't have done that though. Kind of one of the fun parts of logging on a hill. That's why I didn't do the, what map was it? Smoky Mountains. I was having a lot of issues on Smoky Mountains. I had a couple videos I had recorded, and I decided to not post them because it was just so hilly. You cut down a tree and you cut it all to length, and by the time you started cutting another one, they were halfway down the hill. I mean, it was an absolutely gorgeous map, a lot like this, but it had a lot of farmland to it also. And yeah, I just got rid of it all because it was just about unloggable. But this has got just about everything that I've been looking for. You know, there is the terrain, which is a little bit of a... Oh, wrong button there to throw it. Just a little bit of a pain. And then you've also got the, you know, you got the nice trails. You got plenty of woods. It's not clustered. Like on that dedicated server that we were on, you know, there was maybe 3 acres of logging, and the rest of it was farming. Where that was a big old clustered mess. There was a lot of trees, which was awesome, but in order to make a landing, you were basically taking up farmland, and that's not how we wanted to do it. That was actually the last map that we had Bill on with us. Freaking branches going through the cab. Man, oh man, once that ever gets fixed, that'll be awesome. Maybe in 17. Or maybe Farming Sim or Giants. We'll actually make a proper logging simulator along with a farming simulator and keep the two separate. Because they've got an awesome base here, but they just... too many hands in the cookie jar. It's very hard for anybody to really, you know, especially the modders. I mean, a lot of them, they want to do the lumber and for mods, and you know, if that's not something that's everybody's wanting for the game, you know, they get basically reamed, or people don't like them, whatever. You know, that's where if we had a proper logging sim, you know, they wouldn't have to worry about having logging equipment and forestry equipment on a farming game. And, you know, the modding community would have a lot less on their plate with that. Not to mention a lot better starting equipment. Say if they wanted to pull this off something, you know. I mean, basically all they had was a stump grinder, the buffalo, and the scorpion that we're in now. To really take any parts out of that worked properly. That's why we don't have any feather bunchers at the moment. First Day Mod Reviews is making mods for himself that worked very well for him, but you know, he didn't have any basis to go off for the what the heck is it called, for the tracks or for the pivot point in the center, so people are, you know, and I was one of them too. I got on this case there a couple times on a couple of his videos and said, hey, you need to really start researching a little bit and get somebody else in there with you if you are having problems with these mods. And he agreed with me 110% and asked me if I knew anybody, and you know, I felt like a big old dummy after I heard all that. You know, I mean, he's a good guy. He's doing what he can to post the mods that, you know, we want to play with, but it's hard not having any ground to stand on. Nobody wants to make the mods, so he's making them himself, and he doesn't have the time or the knowledge yet to clean these guys up that he's made, and they work awesome for him alone, but they, you know, they are what we're looking for. So let me go out here, kind of see what we've got. This will definitely not be a landing point. It's way too rough. I haven't really seen a good landing point. Got a lot of rock here. Now we're just getting up to the skidder. I guess what we can do, perhaps take the skidder, even though it's a lot easier to walk. try to find a landing zone here. A lot of people don't like the chains, but I don't really care for the chains either. The ones that they had put in the game, but I don't see skidders, I don't see logging tractors, I don't see all that much to do with logging around here without chains, so I prefer to use them. We are on the hunt for a good landing area here. This right here might be a decent area. Didn't have all these frickin' fences. Yeah, these fences really kill it. Around this guy if we can. And we can. I think what I'm going to do is put the old blade down right here. Park and brake. Shut her off. I'm going to go spawn over to my... Yeah, I guess we can put this guy down. Keep the old fuel in her. Pick 'em up truck. Alright. Still haven't got them chains on there. Very good, eh? Whoa! Forgot about this thing and drifting. Although it is a lot better with a wheel, it still does the drifting. Diesel fuel, that's kind of cool. It's not the average diesel fuel tank you normally see. We're gonna go check here. Where are we? Oh wow, we're way down there. Okay. Biomass heating. And we do have to get quite a bit of chips, because that is what this place relies on for the heat and electricity. So we are going to get into some of that, but I mean, look at this land. I mean, old tree farm, can't go wrong with that, unless it's marijuana. No, that's definitely tree farm. Let's have a double take there. When I'm looking for a logging map, this is exactly what I envision. You know, I mean, the farms are cool, but it's hard to, it's just hard to not do farming, or to cut through the farms in order to get to the logging. You know, he actually made a land that's kind of like where I live, with a lot less hills, I guess, but then again, we do have a lot of farmland. But I mean, he did a really good job with this. I mean, look at this, a nice lumber yard here. guessing them are for chips. Maybe not, but I'm guessing. He's got diesel fuel there. And where are we? Okay, yeah, we are at... Okay, so them were the cottages. So this is really half a map, or 3/4 at least. But I don't know. The rest of them, the Alps is the only thing that I can really say that came close to what I was looking at, where you had just a little bit of farmland, which if you wanted to do the small scale farming, beautiful. But this map does not have any farming that I can see. Yeah, it's not farming at all. So, I mean, the Alps was kind of reversed. You know, you had a little bit of farming with a lot of logging. Where Bornholm, you had a lot of farming and a little logging. And this one cut the farming right out, which is nice. Because when I want to log, I want a freaking map that I can go all wild on it. And from the look of it, every tree here is cuttable. So we can make this a very desolate area if we really wanted to, but I think we've got more than enough just in the woods. Yeah, I'll probably get burnt out by the time we get that hilltop covered, so figure this would be a good little introduction to what I'm looking to get covered here, at least. Map is absolutely gorgeous, you know, with all the trees and whatnot and the hills, and they actually give you a nice proper yeah, whatever you want to call it here, I don't know, basically like a business, you know. I mean, you got all the parking you could ever need right there. You got a little bit of lumber, you got a drop zone, you got your bank, you got your store, and then, you know, you got a nice big place here with plenty of spots to put logs. So I don't know, let me know what y'all think, and we'll get back into her. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one.